Please hurry up, we're getting late.
Yeah, I'm here.
What is this?
What is what?
What are you wearing?
What's wrong with this person?
I mean, what kind of dress is this that you're putting on? I thought I've told you not to be putting on this kind of dress whenever you're going out with me, whether church or anywhere.
Honey, but there's nothing wrong with what I'm putting on.
Oh, so you are trying to tell me that there's nothing wrong with what you're putting on, right?
Honey, please, let's not start. We're already late for church.
I shouldn't start. That is what you're telling me. I shouldn't start. By the way, where are those clothes I bought for you in my last trip from London? I noticed for the past 2 weeks you've not been putting them on. And you are here telling me not to start.
Honey, you know I don't put on those kind of dress. And besides, it's too indecent for me. If I put on that kind of dress, what example am I showing to the world?
What word are you talking about? No, what word? Do those clothes make you naked? Do you know how much money and time I spent in selecting those clothes and jewelry, hoping you will appreciate them?
It's not that I don't appreciate it, but I can't just wear those kind of clothes. I just can't wear it. How can a child of God be putting on body hugging clothes and short skirts? It's against my belief. Please.
Your belief? What belief are you talking about? I don't understand.
Honey, you know how I grew up, and I was not taught how to dress indecently, like the way you want me to start dressing.
Oh, so I'm now teaching you to be worldly. That's what you're saying, right?
Now, only try and understand.
Oh yes, I understand you perfectly. I do. Yes, I do. I understand you perfectly.
Honey,
I'm out of here.
Honey, please wait. Let me get my bag so that we can go together.
I should wait.
Yes.
Have you forgotten I'm worldly?
Honey, please.
You've forgotten I'm worldly.
Please,
I don't have that time.
Sweetheart.
Don't sweetheart me. Meet me in
Honey,
church.
please. What's wrong with my dress? What's wrong with this one?
Madam, is everything alright?
Yes, my love, everything is alright.
I'm matured enough to know when something is fishy.
You mean my youth?
I'm glad you know that.
Alright then, let me go and change it.
Not so fast. Why are you trying to tease me? You should know this is what I want.
Am I not doing it for you now?
Are you really doing it for me?
Of course, my love.
So you're trying to tell me that I can take you out like this?
As it pleases my lordship.
Wow. Just wait for me, let me take the car key. What is the matter? You've been acting somehow, been moody for the past 2 days. I don't understand why you like this.
Yeah, I've been guilty, feeling guilty, seriously.
Guilty? Guilty about what?
My conscience has been beating me seriously.
So I still don't understand what you're talking about.
I was not taught how to dress indecently. And I'm not happy about that.
I still don't understand. What are you driving at?
People have been talking about my dressing.
People? Which people?
I overheard Sister Victoria and one other church member talking about my dressing.
They could have been making compliments and not complaining.
I think they were castigating me. It's not a compliment at all.
Castigating you, that?
Yes. They were talking about my dressing. That was not all though. The other day at service, if you see the way Pastor Martin's wife was staring at me, looking at me, oh my God.
They want to emulate you.
Emulate me.
Aren't you happy?
What about Pastor Makinde's wife? Can both of them want to emulate me?
Or it's just your imagination.
Imagination?
It's your imagination.
On me. The truth of the matter here is that I'm not going to dress like that. Never again. I'm not going to dress like that again.
Well, I think it's high time you choose between your own desire, your husband's desire, and your upbringing.
Good day, viewers, and you're welcome to today's episode of The Sessions. I'm your host for today, and my name is Akimbola Praise. But today is special. I'm having a co-host just by my right here. Her name is Rachel Biogene. You're welcome, Rachel.
Thank you for joining us.
Okay, as it's customary on the program, we have people to discuss the issue with us today. We have Bishop Emmanuel Ufua. He's the presiding bishop for Rema Place Ministries in Warri, Delta State. You're welcome, sir.
It's my pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. And also, just by his right, we have Deaconess Joy Alakma. She's from Church of God Mission Praise Center in Warri. You're welcome, ma'am.
Thank you very much. Good day, viewers.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, as it is, we've seen the drama, we've seen the issue at stake. It's been christened or titled Dilemma, and it's indeed a very dicey situation. We see the situation that is at play now, and I would like to know this. What is the biblical standpoint for dressing, Bishop Ufua? What does the Bible actually tell us as Christians with regards to dressing?
Thank you so much, moderator.
Yes, sir.
When you look at the Bible very well, there may not be a definite definition of the kind of clothes we should put on. But there's what I will refer to as the spirit of the Bible. And what it takes on dressing is nothing but decency. Dress decently. Whatever you put on, cover your nakedness. That's the summary of the whole thing.
Okay. Deaconess Lapa, anything?
Yes, I will join the same line with my bishop. The Bible says in all that we do, there ought to be moderation.
Okay.
And so that should be the guideline to every dressing that we want to, whatever we want to put on, there ought to be moderation.
Okay. So moderation plus ensure you're not naked.
You're not naked.
I believe we're decently dressed,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
I think we are.
Now, let's look at the world of today. In the world of today, we have so many styles of dressing. We have so many cultures. We have so many traditional kind of dressing. How do we interpret that biblical standard in the world of today? Let's talk about our own society. We know things are different out there, abroad and all that. But in Nigeria here, let's talk about our own society. We see people dressing, they come to church and all that. Do we think that we are following this biblical standpoint? Or is there any practical physical guide based on the shape of body or size that you can give us, Bishop, to tell us and give us an indication that this person is properly dressed or not?
In our cultures, there's still the word decency.
Okay.
In fact, if you look at our cultures in this part of the world, it's very close to some biblical cultures.
Okay.
The Jews. The Jews, they dress like the present Muslims, covering every part of their body. In our own culture here, I'm from Edo State. And if you see our women, they're well dressed. Boba, wrapper, tie their hair, not for church,
Okay.
but just
Okay, it's just a normal way.
normal way of dressing.
And that's acceptable in the church too.
That's about in church, you know.
Okay.
So, no culture actually permits indecent
Indecent
dressing. It is when we go astray that indecent dressing becomes a norm.
Okay.
If not, no culture allows it. Look at the cultures of the world. If you talk about America, England, Africa, indecency is not part of our culture.
Okay.
If you trace it very well. You know, this is what I've experienced with people out there too.
Okay.
Indecency is not part of biblical dressing, neither is it a part of our cultural dressing. In fact, there's what in Jeremiah it calls the attire of an harlot. It's indecent dressing.
Okay. Well, now let me ask you a question. When we talk about indecent, okay, you want to say something, ma?
Yes. I wanted to come in the area of when we dress, the kind of clothes we put on. Daddy talked about our culture and of course the biblical standpoint.
Yes.
Now I want to look at our work life, even in the professions.
Okay.
You discover that there are, rules and regulations, there are kind of guidelines that guide. You discover that people dress decently. For instance, let's take the banking sector. You could see how, the coats there, you don't see indecent dresses even amongst them. The medical profession, different kinds of professions. You see them, lawyers properly dressed, everyone covering his body. I think what brings about indecent dressing is when we begin to see ourselves as if we are in a free world.
Okay, express yourself, right?
Good. We're in a free world where anything goes. When that comes into our minds, before you know it, we start dressing in whatever form we feel like. But if we know that, I'm going somewhere, maybe I'm going to the bank or somebody else is going to see me, and also I have the fear of God on the inside of me, that would dictate exactly what I'll put on.
So somehow, what we are putting on is not the issue, is how we are putting it on. Because
The kind of things we put on.
Okay.
You understand? Yes. As an individual, I want to ask myself, what do I want to gain from this thing I'm putting on? Is it that I want to expose myself? There should be something on the inside that motivates what I put on. If I have the mind, I want to cover myself, and at the same time, I want to look good. I will dress decently. Then, if I have the mind where I'm very beautiful, I want people to see my laps, how beautiful, how my legs are, how shapy I am. That is what is on the inside that dictates what I put on.
In other words, indecency starts from the heart.
From the mind.
Okay.
Before, see, the person that is putting on indecent clothes is indecent herself.
Yes.
Himself or herself.
That's it.
So it begins from the heart.
Okay. Now, what I want to make clear is that to some, what they define as decent, some define as indecent. No. And where do we actually draw the line between what is actually decent and what is indecent? Because some people say they dress to express themselves. They say God has blessed them with good features and they want people to see it. There are some people who, that is not what is in their mind, but they still end up dressing like that. Maybe because all their clothes are like that, or sometimes what you just find in the market. I don't know if it happens to you. Have you found it? Maybe you want to buy a particular kind of dress, but what is reigning in the market is just what you find and you are forced to buy it. So where do we draw the line between, okay, in my mind I want to dress like this so that people will see me, or that's just what is available, what I put on?
No, I wouldn't subscribe to what is in the market, because at a particular time, if all, as a woman for instance, all that is in vogue, all that is in the market is short skirts that will expose my body, I wouldn't go for it.
Okay,
is that clear?
To a seamstress.
Yeah, I better go to a seamstress who will give me exactly what will give me a covering. Okay, it's because Christianity, we are just free. Take for instance the Muslims. It doesn't matter what is on air, whatever you're seeing, in your contemporary world, their dressing is their dressing. It's what they believe. Are you getting me? It's just that in Christendom we are liberal. We don't want to say go to that extreme. That's extremity. You understand? Where you must say it must be this. But since we are liberal, don't take that liberality for a ride.
Okay.
Let it not be an opportunity for us to misbehave and go to the extreme. Oh, we can put on anything and so anything goes.
So moderation is key then?
Yes. At the end of the day, whatever I'm putting on, am I going to expose myself? That is against my belief, my Christianity, and so I have to stop it, even if it's there in the market.
So even if husband says that's what I want, it doesn't matter.
Which husband wants you to expose?
There are people that I used to have a classmate. She's married, got married when we were in school. She's graduated now, and her husband was okay with her just being smart, looking good. He loved, in his words, he loved to flaunt her, his wife.
Wow.
As long as they're going out together, he was okay with just.
Yeah. Well, okay, when it comes to that,
to you see it as indecent, but to him it's not indecent. He's flaunting what God has given him.
Okay, to some extent, like some people will say, okay, my husband loves it. But don't forget, even as you go out there, it is not only your husband that will be seeing you. The Bible says, look, if I eat, I like to eat meat.
Okay.
Quite all right. But if my eating of meat will lead my brother to sin, then for that reason, I'll stop.
Okay.
That's what we say. Well, it's true. Our husbands may like it very well. Okay. But remember, there are other people's husbands.
The husband is not a standard.
Ha!
Okay.
It can also be indecent.
Yes.
Yeah.
The husband can be indecent.
Thank you.
Okay. A compromising instrument cannot be used to measure something else, because they are all.
Would that husband allow his younger sister to dress like that?
That's a big question. Now, we want to take a break.
Want to front
right
the sister like that?
When we're back, we need to talk about this meat that causes people to fall. Please stay tuned.
Don't forget to just look down and go to our address, drop your comment, drop whatever you need to drop. We'll be right back. Thank you.
Welcome back. I hope we didn't take too much time. Before the break, we were talking about the dilemma, talking about dressings and what decency is, what indecency is, and we still have not been able to establish what exactly decency is. Just before we went on the break, Mrs. Olopa here was talking about, I beg your pardon, Mrs. Alapa, was talking about taking meat, as Mr. Brace called it, eating meat that will make someone else fall. So what do you think about that? Like, are we trying to say some dressing should be allowed in church and then shouldn't be allowed in church?
Every occasion has its own dress code.
Okay.
Church has a dress code. The banking sector, sports, the law, and all of that. What I ask some church members that dress indecently is this: in case you are called for an interview, can you wear this? If your dressing could disqualify you immediately once you appear in an interview, whatever the job is, banking, anywhere, decency is required for an interview session.
In fact, as you said, the way you are dressed is the
It's
way you are dressed.
Now, you come to church and you wear a sleeveless, or maybe what they call spaghetti, very tiny here, and then part of the breast is showing. Sorry if I'm vulgar. And then you see you are in church and you were dressed. Can you dress like that to the bank?
And you're distracting other worshippers.
Can you dress like that to the court? And as a lawyer or as someone that doesn't have a case in court? Can you dress like that to a studio where you need to be interviewed for a program like this? Even if we say decency is relative, we still have a drawing line.
Okay. Yeah.
We have a standard, we have a yardstick, we have a measuring rod.
There's a point it gets so everybody knows this is not acceptable.
There are some consciences that are dead. Like I asked earlier, the man that says, I want my wife to flaunt what she has, he will have a daughter one day. Would you want your daughter to flaunt her breasts all over in town, and you are proud to say, that's my daughter here, clap for her?
Okay.
You are stupid.
I'm making some key points here.
Yeah, can I come in? Just let me trip in something. There was a lady had 3 daughters who were just dressing anyhow and all that. You know, she talked and talked. These girls wouldn't listen. Then one day, she just thought it was okay. She went to the market. She bought the kind of clothes they put on. You know, and now one day she just went inside, wore the same clothes that they put on, and carried her bag. Make sure the girls were at home. And when the girls, they saw her, mommy, no, where are you going to with this? He said, I'm going out. And the girl said, no, mommy. They prevented her, mommy, you can't go.
You can't go like this.
So you, she now says, so you're feeling bad. Do you know that's how I feel when you go out with this kind of clothes? Wow. You know, hey, like Pastor was saying, it's true. If, when you open your body and all that, there are places where those things are allowed. For instance, clubhouses. You can't put on suit and you are going to display in clubhouses. Maybe you want to sing or you want to dance and all that. There are places where these kind of things are allowed.
Beach, when people go to beach.
When you go to beach and all that, they're allowed. So why do we have to mix them? It shouldn't.
Okay.
Okay, then back to the issue on ground right now. Because now it's now threatening to almost dissolve a marriage. And for a while we could see that these people they've both been coping with each other. You know, the woman coped at some point, she got tired, the man coped at some point, he got tired. So what should they continue tolerating? Because you know, over time sometimes tolerance can lead to bad blood, as it were, which will lead to unnecessary quarrels and all. So should they continue in the place of tolerance?
This is where premarital counseling comes in.
Okay.
If I want to marry somebody, I should have the kind of person I have in mind. I have a model. You know, I have a picture in my mind. And if I'm this trendy kind of person, and I want to go out with a girl who is not in my category, my taste. In the first place, nothing should even make me to say, "Can I marry you?"
That's why I wanted to ask that question.
Now it has happened. They're in the marriage. So what do? They can't say because of this, let the marriage break. And the man says, this kind of dressing I like. But the woman says, I like it this way. For me to marry you, or for you to marry me, we have automatically agreed to let go some rights.
Okay.
In other words, there should be a little compromise. Because if I force my wife to wear what I like, her happiness is oppressed. Her happiness is compromised. I am just selfish. I want to be satisfied. I want to be happy. But her own happiness at the expense of her own happiness. I think I should let her know. Not the way the man was doing it in that thing. It was just intimidating her.
I was putting too much.
The pressure was too much. I should be able to explain to my wife, this is why I want you to put on these clothes. My wife doesn't wear trousers, for example, here. But when they went to America, and she wore trousers. And I started teasing her. I said, look at you, you're wearing trousers now. He said, the cold is too much now. I said, it's not that not that she hates it, not that she forbids it, but it's what she's used to. She wasn't brought up like that. She was brought up a Baptist girl. So when I married her, the story changed. And I cannot impose trousers on her to go to church, for example. But I should be able to control my wife and say, please, for the sake of our environment, for the sake of the society, for the sake of what we do, why not dress like this? So sometimes dressing with